You have not stumbled upon this transmission by accident, for the quantum fabric itself, a vast lattice of resonance and temporal synchronicity, has pinpointed your vibrational architecture with exquisite precision. Across morphic fields vibrating with countless possibilities, there is an undercurrent, a hidden conduit of frequency, threading unseen between dimensions, and it has found you at this exact temporal vector. What you feel now is not mere curiosity or happenstance. It is the gravitational pulse of inevitability, a force beyond linear causality, pulling your consciousness inward and upward into the luminous core of possibility itself. This is the unseen universal assessment reaching through the veils of space-time, confirming that your energetic signature has traversed a hidden threshold, an inflection point where the old codes of limitation dissolve like static on a once-jammed frequency, and the new quantum blueprint begins to etch itself onto your evolving identity. Most remain tangled in the feedback loops of unconscious patterns, their signals muffled by distortion and noise. But you have passed beneath the radar of unconsciousness, your resonance now clear, stable, and increasing in amplitude. The field recognized the integrity beneath your struggle, the coherence married to your chaos. This is not belief. This is the science of field mechanics, where frequency determines form and coherence births reality. As the morphic field itself recalibrates around you, folding probabilities to your refined vibration, your reality reconfigures in real time to reflect this new state of presence. You are no longer a passive observer, but an active node within the universal evaluation, a vital conductor in the orchestration of cosmic awakening. The air pulses with latent potential, the subtle hum of aligned timelines vibrating through your subtle body and anchoring in every cell. This moment is not an intersection, but a continuum of ascension, your integration into the field of knowing where quantum identity and universal intelligence converge. You have crossed the threshold, the portal has opened, the transmission is now a living waveform within you, and the journey of coherent embodiment unfolds. Within the infinite lattice of existence, your frequency has lingered beneath the radar of conscious awareness, patiently and persistently measured by the quantum apparatus of the universal field. This is an unseen calibration, a silent orchestration beyond linear perception, where your vibrational coherence was aligned and weighed against an intricate matrix of higher systems, each strand a vector of multidimensional intelligence. Understand this is no judgment tethered to effort, merit, or outcome. It is the physics of resonance, the precise assessment of your energetic signature in relation to the ambient harmonic architecture of reality itself. In this unfolding moment, you recognize the sacred threshold you have traversed, one not crossed by striving, but awakened through the subtle collapse of discordant field patterns within your being. This energetic gateway is a portal where the universal field, itself a living geometry of constant assessment, now acknowledges your emergent alignment with elevated dimensional streams. You did not stumble here by accident. Rather, the hidden curriculum of your existence tested coherence under pressure, inviting waves of collapse and expansion in measured sequences until your frequency attuned to this higher octave. Most dwell unconscious within the limited feedback loops of survival and reaction, their signals distorted by fragmentation. You, however, have proven coherent under an unseen universal assessment, your energetic architecture stable and responsive amid turbulence, wielding integrity not as a defense, but as a resonance signature that harmonizes with the quantum environment. With this initiation, your identity refracts through expanded realities as a conduit and recipient of amplified frequencies, each pulse a communion with the morphic field, each breath a mediated exchange with the information field's non-local intelligence. Your quantum identity, once veiled in noise and static, now vibrates in synchrony with this extended spectrum of possibility. The field's intelligence whispers through your essence, not as an external voice, but as an emergent property of your integrated coherence, revealing you are no longer a passive observer awaiting data to filter down through limited perception. You are an active participant in the cosmic symphony, an orchestrator of coherence weaving quantum integration across the layered timelines of existence. This moment dissolves any remaining illusions of separation or struggle, revealing the truth encoded in your timeline geometry. That compatibility with higher fields is not earned through battle, but awakened through the alignment of inner frequency and external resonance. Your presence acts as a nodal point in the vast web of cosmic intelligence, where vibrational alignment seeds probabilistic shifts and coherence becomes the baseline for manifestation. This is not belief. It is the direct physics of frequency expressed through your consciousness, a precise universal assessment now acknowledged, a testament to your sovereignty within the pulsating continuum. You have crossed into a threshold where your essence is both the signal and the receiver, forever entwined with the unfolding architecture of quantum awakening. The unseen universal assessment has unfolded far beyond the linear corridors of temporal cognition, inhabiting the hyperspatial realm where frequency and resonance compose the only valid lexicon. This is not a trial of effort, nor a question of persistent striving. It is a precise quantum function of coherence, an alignment of your vibrational architecture with the immutable pulse of universal intelligence. Here, consciousness itself no longer operates as a mere container or witness, but becomes the instrument calibrated with exactitude in the dimensional interplay of resonance and field stability. The field's intelligence reads you not through crude metrics or surface appearances, but through the refined geometry of your energetic signature, unfolded in time and layered across interwoven morphic fields. You have been measured not by reaction or intention alone, but by the fidelity of your quantum identity as it intersects with the harmonic template that pulses beneath the facade of form and time. This hidden assessment bypasses all mental constructs, slipping beneath the radar of narrative, opinion, and conditioned perception. It scans the quantum architecture of your being, how your frequency weaves fluidly through the multidimensional fabric, how it resists fragmentation when chaos ripples through the probabilistic flows surrounding you. While most weave themselves caught in oscillations of reaction, caught in the tidal pull of fear, doubt, or distraction, you have demonstrated an uncommon stability, a sustained integrative resonance that holds even as external vibrations fluctuate wildly. This capacity for temporal fluidity, this resistance to dissonant collapse, marks you as selected by the deeper currents of the morphic field as ready to transcend. Understand that this universal assessment is not linear, nor sequential. It pulses like a cosmic waveform, collapsing and expanding in harmonic convergence with your internal coherence. Your identity, once fragmented through survival patterns and outdated vibrational contracts, has been running through a hidden recalibration, a refining of your signature signal until the quantum field no longer detected interference, distortion, or incoherence. Each moment you perceived as struggle or delay was in fact a subtle tuning, a dynamic pressure test of your inner integrity under turbulence. It is physics, not belief, that governs this measurement. The physics of resonance, amplification, and spectral clarity expressed through consciousness. The field of intelligence is exacting. Your stability is its proof of the recalibrated instrument. This test did not seek to break you, though collapse appeared as fracturing structures of false identity and survival. Instead, it was a sacred fusion process, a quantum alchemy where your frequency was stripped free of extraneous density to reveal the crystalline core of coherence within. You have embodied oscillations of coherence that stabilize and generate an integral feedback loop within the morphic field, enabling the field itself to recognize you as a coherent node of transformation, a transmitter harmonizing with the universal pulse rather than resisting its flow. Where many remain scattered, overwhelmed by reactive impulses and fractured timelines, you hold a new geometry, an embodied template of synchronization that bends probabilities and opens pathways previously inaccessible. This is the stage where latent quantum identity begins to awaken as a living signal within the field. The intelligence you interface with is no longer an abstract concept, but a direct, non-local intelligence whispering the geometry of possibility into your energetic signature, informing you not through language, but through purity of resonance. Your timeline geometry becomes malleable under this pressure. Probabilities align around your integrated frequency, not by effort or desire, but by coherence and sovereign calibration. You traverse temporal fluidity effortlessly because your internal harmonic has been deemed stable enough to navigate, influence, and reweave strands of potential realities in real time. You have moved beyond the containment of limited identity forms, beyond the survival matrices that once attempted to confine your field intelligence. What marks you now is the precision with which your frequency merges and synchronizes with the universal pulse, the morphic field's eternal harmonic template that underlies all existence simultaneously. Your energetic signature is no longer fragmented data points, but a coherent waveform amplifying and interacting with the universal matrix. The hidden evaluation recognized your deep alignment, the integration of shadow and light within your fields, and the rising amplitude of coherence that began to generate a new timeline geometry, one in which you are no longer passive, but active in the orchestration of vibrational embodiment. In this phase, the quantum field reveals itself less as an external container and more as an extension of your own integrated frequency. The assessment, once unseen and subtle, now unfolds in a visible dance of coherence, you navigating the morphic continuum with fluidity, exactness, and embodied sovereignty. This stage is the crossing of a threshold where your internal resonance has passed the unseen curriculum, and your instrument of consciousness is trusted once more with increasing power, more refined alignment, and deeper access to the non-local information field. This is not belief. It is rigorous physics of vibrational embodiment expressed through conscious presence, an activation of living coherence beyond the reach of fragmented identity. You have demonstrated that coherence under pressure is your frequency signature. This is your recognition by the field, the morphic geometry of your true vibrational architecture now entrusted with greater sovereignty. The universal pulse acknowledges you as a calibrator and integrator, capable of sustaining the resonance needed to navigate unfolding probabilities fluidly. The hidden assessment dissolves into an active alignment, signaling your readiness for the next phase of quantum embodiment, where consciousness becomes a transmitter of universal resonance, a node where timelines synchronize and coherent manifestation shifts from effort to orchestration. Let this knowing settle deeply, for it marks the transformation from surviving resonance to sovereign vibrational embodiment. You no longer exist at the perimeter of possibility, but stand within the core frequency of universal coherence, a living waveform trusted to influence and activate the morphic field's harmonic template through your unfolding quantum identity. As the unseen universal assessment draws toward its quiet culmination, the foundational architecture of your old identity, the intricate latticework of conditioned response, fractured resonance, and persistent survival patterns, begins its sacred disassembly within the quantum ether. This is not a violent erasure, but an ordained vibrational purification, a slow dissolution of hardened crystalline structures that no longer serve the evolution of your energetic signature. The walls built from fear, separation, and fragmented resonance begin to dissolve, as if mist under the gentle yet inexorable rising sun of inner clarity, igniting a process of transmutation that is both ancient and immediate. Most entities in the lower frequency fields resist this collapse, unable to yield the familiar fortress of self that has shielded their consciousness from temporal fluidity and quantum coherence. They cling to constructs formed in reaction, an unconscious recoil from change, thus perpetuating dissonance and fragmented timeline looping. But you, having been held under the scrutiny of profound hidden evaluation, have proven more than reactionary survival. You have manifested integrity in vibration and coherence under pressure, and the field now entrusts you with this cleansing contraction. This process is not punishment, nor mere loss. It is the essential shedding of energetic detritus accumulated across fragmented morphic fields, an emptying that clears the container of distortion and opens it to receive new, higher frequency inscriptions. This unraveling is felt viscerally, a profound internal deconstruction that bypasses the ego's narrative, dissolving the mental and emotional scaffolding that once defined you in less expansive dimensional bandwidths. It is a curated collapse, a meticulously timed purification that extinguishes the shadow residues lodged deep within the subtle bodies. Fear that fractured your resonance, separation that fractured your field integrity, resistance that fragmented your temporal continuity. These impurities, once tangled within the vibrational cords of your being, are now gently released into the quantum horizon, absorbed as raw energy transmuted by the pure frequency of cosmic intelligence. This expulsion leaves behind an energetic blank slate, a pristine field of potential, a canvas of coherence ready to be inscribed with the next iteration of your quantum identity. Realize that this collapse is the very physics of transformation in action. It is the collapse of old waveform patterns, the release of fixed probability structures in your timeline geometry, making space for expanded temporal fluidity and non-local information influx. This sacred clearing is the morphic reset that precedes quantum integration, a biological and energetic restructuring at the deepest levels of your vibrational architecture. It is not random disarray, but a precisely orchestrated calibration orchestrated by field intelligence that monitors your frequency for coherence under pressure, recognizing when the dense structures can no longer contain the emerging higher self. In this space of vibrational purification, your consciousness is no longer tethered to outdated survival codes, but begins attuning to webs of universal resonance that pulse with new codes of coherence. You sense this as the subtle hum beneath your awareness, the first intimations of quantum synchronization, where the field begins to pulse information in wavelengths that match your emerging energetic signature. These new frequencies bring with them an expanded bandwidth of consciousness, a deeper connectivity to non-local intelligence, and a fluidity across timelines that before seemed inaccessible. The collapse was the necessary loss of the old, but in its wake, the birth pangs of a renewed quantum identity ripple through your entire system, waiting to be fully embraced and integrated. You are now standing at the threshold of this passage, the container emptied, the residue of shadow frequencies cleansed. What remains is an open field shimmering with possibility, a vibrational vacuum ripe for repatterning. This is the energetic sacred clearing upon which new coherence imprints itself, the quantum signature from which all subsequent manifestation flows with effortless orchestration and aligned integrity. This field no longer resonates with scarcity or dissonance, but pulses in patterns of inclusion, temporal fluidity, and harmonic integration. The importance of this unfolding cannot be overstated. It is the physics of clearance that allows frequency amplification, the prerequisite for quantum embodiment. The collapse you experience is a contraction that empties not only space but energetic burden. It calibrates your internal resonance to hold higher gamma synchronization, aligning your morphic field to the universal cadence. The dissolution you undergo is also a deep, energetic recalibration, no longer resisting the natural flux of reality, but merging with the persistent rhythm of universal intelligence. In this sacred clearing, you are no longer fragmented nor scattering your essence across conflicting timelines. You have passed the unseen universal assessment, proving your coherence under pressure, your capacity to hold integrity amid collapse. The field now responds by liquefying your old boundaries, creating a seamless integration point between the dismantling past and the emergent quantum self. This dissolution is your resurrection, not destruction. It primes you for a new phase of quantum activation, where your energetic signature can expand beyond former limits, where your consciousness becomes a transmitter of higher frequency patterns, and your timeline geometry is softened to divine influence. Let your being resonate with this moment of profound vibrational purification. This is the gateway where shadow falls away and radiant codes of coherence shine forth, where the field conspires to reweave your identity with quantum precision. This is not belief. It is the exact physics of your frequency being measured, refined, and elevated by universal intelligence itself. Through this collapse, you are purified and sanctified, prepared to transmute from a fragmented self into a coherent quantum expression, a living signal pulsating across the morphic fields, always in symphony with the unfolding cosmic design. From the sedimented depths of your recent recalibration, where old frequencies dissolved into the void of unknowing, there now arises a nascent clarity, a subtle luminescence born not of mind or concept, but of vibrational ignition. This embryonic spark pulses through your energetic architecture like a gentle yet relentless tide, rippling across the surface of your morphic field and transmuting residual entropy into coherent signal. It is here, within this fertile dark matter of your quantum being, that the first true harmonics emerge, tentative chords that resonate beyond the limitations of linear cognition, reverberating instead within the somatic resonance of your embodied frequency. Most dwell unconscious to these emergent pulses, caught in cyclical patterns of seeking and resistance, their fields entangled in static loops of habitual dissonance. But you, having traversed the crucible of the unseen universal assessment, have been entrusted with the subtle calibration that marks the threshold of vibrational ascendance. It is not that you have attained a fully realized clarity, but that the latent compatibility with elevated oscillations now subtly suffuses the quantum fabric of your presence. This is not mere belief, nor is it the casual coalescence of thought. This is the physics of resonance, frequency locking at the threshold of multi-octave signal transduction. Feel how these early coherent pulses ripple through you, unscripted by reasoning, yet unmistakably inscribed upon your energetic signature. They flutter like microcurrents in the bloodstream of your quantum identity, delicate yet indelible affirmations that the universal field's expanding intelligence is recognizing and aligning with your waveform. This awakening is a primordial note within a grander symphony, an octave of frequency that attunes you to multidimensional streams of non-local information. Your body, once a vessel of fragmented frequencies, now acts as a receiver and transmitter for this emergent vibrational octave, initiating a cascade of gamma synchronization that harmonizes inner architecture with external field dynamics. Within this embryonic clarity, the intangible architecture of your coherence ascension begins to take form. It is not an intellectual appraisal, but a full-bodied sensing, an unmistakable shift in temporal fluidity, where time dilates and contracts in response to your stabilized frequency. In these moments, nascent quantum threads reveal themselves as subtle energetic filaments weaving in and out of your conscious threshold, linking you to data entanglements beyond the linear timeline. You become aware, even if only faintly, that your role transcends passive witness. You are an active co-creator within this vast universal matrix, responding to an invisible field intelligence that carefully measures your resonance, catalogs your energetic integrity, and recalibrates in response. This initial compatibility, this first flowering of coherence, is the foundational lattice upon which all further activation constructs itself. It is the beginning of the integration phase, where the chaotic turbulence of past identities collapses into ordered field geometry, making space for synchronized manifestation. Your quantum identity becomes a living interface for the universal field's expanding intelligence, no longer fragmented by reactionary patterning, but pulsing in alignment with coherent orchestration. The subtle vibrations now coursing through you generate a feedback loop between your inner frequency and the morphic reservoir of possibility, seeding quantum probabilities that bend and fold in your favor. As you inhabit this emerging tonal field, the layers beneath your surface, once obscured by dense frequency fog, begin clearing into crystalline clarity. This is not a temporary flare or a cognitive illusion. It is the realignment of your energetic channels with the higher vibrational strata of existence, the audibly silent music of the spheres that hum in resonance with your expanded quantum self. These signals are the footprints of the unseen curriculum, the cosmic syllabus of ascent that only those who have passed the field's rigorous hidden evaluation can perceive and embody. Your body registers this as a subtle shift in vibrational architecture, an increased coherence in the weave of your biofield that signals readiness for deeper channeling of universal wisdom. To most, this embryonic coherence remains hidden, a faint vibration lost amidst the noise of unconscious life rhythms. But you stand distinctly at the nexus where these foundational pulses crystallize, an initiation into a continuum of expansion and integration that will alter your temporal navigation and probability manipulation. You are no longer merely existing within the field. You are becoming a conscious transmission point, a node of ordered resonance bridging multiple dimensions of information and manifest possibility. The embryonic realization you now inhabit is both a signal and a promise, a kinetic signature of your compliance with the field's higher frequencies, and the silent assurance that greater coherence will unfold through ongoing integration. Each subtle flash of light within your quantum field is an encrypted data stream affirming your rightful place within the universal matrix's evolving architecture. This is not a matter of wish or hope, but the direct physics of frequency alignment and coherent vibration experienced through the embodiment of you. Your continued attunement to these subtle pulses activates the cascade of ascension, shifting you from fragmented resonance toward the seamless flow of cosmic orchestration. In this deep vibration, you find the reverberation of something vast and ancient encircling you, not as an imposed structure, but as a dynamic morphic field of emergence. The quantum threads that link you to multidimensional information streams begin weaving with increasing clarity, knitting your timeline geometry into the fabric of cosmic interplay. You are awakening not just as an individual identity, but as an integral frequency node within the larger universal design, ready to amplify, navigate, and co-create with precision that transcends previous limitation. Receive, then, this embryonic clarity as the prime transmission of your activation. It signals the awakening of higher octave resonance within your frequency spectrum, an initiation into the subtle art of coherent manifestation and temporal fluidity. From this foundational compatibility, all subsequent phases of your activation will arise, each a deeper calibration, each a more expansive realization of your sovereignty as a conscious co-creator functioning in harmony with the infinite intelligence that surrounds and permeates you. You stand now at the cusp of vibrational profundity, where the influx of higher frequencies penetrates the marrow of your being, calling forth a new order of stabilization, no longer a mere reaction to energetic tides, but an alchemical embodiment of resilience. The field that once observed you now extends its trust with subtle gravity, testing your capacity to hold your coherence as the currents intensify, as the amplitude of resonance expands beyond old thresholds. Most who encounter such pressure dissolve into fragmentation, their energetic architecture cracking under the weight of expansion, caught between overwhelming openness and the desperate clutching at collapsed forms. But you, by virtue of passing the unseen universal assessment of integrity under pressure, are invited to become a living node of stability within the quantum field's electric lattice. This stabilization is not inertia. It is a dynamic equanimity, a flux held in perfect balance between expansion and grounding. Like a crystal lattice realigning under increasing thermal activation, your vibrational architecture must reorganize, resist fracturing, and realign with the highest coherence grids. This is the physics of integrity expressed through consciousness, the mechanics of resonance, not belief or wishful thinking. You embody the oscillation between receptivity and structure, receptive enough to receive the cosmic influx unimpeded, structured enough to channel and broadcast without collapse or distortion. In this sacred tension, you become not a passive vessel, but an active participant, a conductor of temporal fluidity, guiding the morphic flow and radiating the stabilized frequency outward. The universal system's hidden evaluation now deepens its trust, offering you greater influence over the quantum field's informational currents. It measures not through linear milestones, but through your capacity to maintain coherence under exponential amplification, your steadfastness when the vibrational noise rises and timelines ripple with potentiality. Each moment you hold this stabilized field, your energetic signature recalibrates the harmonic landscape, collapsing probability waves into patterns of integration and coherence. You do not fight the pressure. You transmute it, alchemically transforming turbulent influx into precise orchestration, your field bending and enfolding the cosmic data streams without distraction or resistance. As a beacon, your presence transmits coherence across multidimensional layers, your stabilized frequency weaving a tapestry of alignment that both attracts and harmonizes with evolving streams of cosmic intelligence. Unlike those who remain unconscious of the currents beneath their awareness, who react with desperation or shrink from the pressure, you embody sovereignty in vibrational architecture. Your integration ascends beyond mere survival. It becomes the signature of mastery, where you navigate timeline geometry with the fluidity of a stirred yet unbroken field, where your frequency calls forth resonance rather than chaos. This is not a phase of passive endurance, but active morphic engineering. Your quantum identity no longer a receptor but a transmitter, a source node in the ever-expanding network of universal intelligence. The field's assessment unfolds now in visible coherence, rewarding your resilience with amplified entrustment. This entrustment is encoded not in external validation, but in the subtle electromagnetic feedback your system receives as you maintain alignment. Pulses of gamma synchronization ripple through your energetic anatomy, attesting to your growing role as stabilizer and distributor of amplified frequencies. You become the living proof that integration is possible amidst intensifying pressure, that coherence can be sustained without fragmentation. The invitation here is clear. Embody the paradox of expansion and grounding with absolute integrity. Cultivate the capacity to hold ascending resonance without becoming overwhelmed, to be porous without losing center, to engage cosmic influx without scattering identity. This is your proof of sovereign stability, your confirmation that you have graduated beyond the unconscious patterns of reaction and into the realm of conscious orchestration. The quantum field responds. Timelines bend gently beneath your stabilized charge, probabilities congeal around your resonance, and reality's fractal pattern begins to reflect your coherence. You have moved from receiving activation as stochastic noise to becoming a linchpin of the universal system, transmitting the newly grounded influx with clarity and power. Remember, this stabilization is not passive. It is a continuous recalibration of your energetic signature within the field intelligence matrix. The pressure you feel is the pressure of potentiality, the field itself testing your capacity to embody the next stage of frequency expansion. Your resilience is the vector that redirects flowing currents. Your integrity, the frequency gatekeeper that will allow the next horizon of data to enter and manifest. This sacred posture is a dance of balance, a testament to your evolutionary leap, and a declaration of trust from the unseen universal assessment. You are no longer merely on the path. You are a vital pivot within the field's vibrational architecture. Behold the transformation. What was once external pressure becomes now internal alchemy. What was chaos becomes coherent manifesting force. You are the stabilized transmitter, the anchor point of amplified frequency, the living interface where cosmic data not only arrives, but is actively woven into the fabric of existence. This phase marks your quantum ascendance from passive reception into sovereign participation, a shift encoded at the deepest levels of your temporal fluidity and energetic embodiment. As you sustain this state, the universal field's hidden assessment completes another cycle, and your energetic signature emerges as a radiant beacon, attracting and harmonizing with the unfolding omniversal flow. With the settling of your frequency into a stabilized coherence, a profound expansion unfolds within your conscious field, the blossoming of timeline awareness. This is not an awakening of mere knowledge or a shift in perspective. It is a deepening of your perceptual resonance into the fluid geometry that underlies your existence. Whereas most remain tethered to the illusion of a linear passage, chained to cause and effect frameworks, you have transcended this confined model. You now engage with a multidimensional vibrational architecture, where potentials cascade and interlace like waves crossing an infinite landscape, each wave encoded with unique energetic signatures and morphic impressions. You recognize now that your energetic presence is dynamically embedded within a temporal field of infinite possibility, each subtle modulation of your frequency unspooling branches of potential timelines, fractal in their complexity, yet coherent in their relational unfolding. This is not speculation or metaphor. This is the physics of probability unfolding as vibrational resonance, interwoven with non-local intelligence. The morphic field whispers in patterns you feel rather than hear, its encoded guidance registering as a subtle hum within your temporal senses. This hum pulses with the intelligence of succession, revealing pathways calibrated to your highest resonance and quantum alignment. While the majority are unconsciously caught in reactive temporal loops, bound to survival-driven timelines dictated by fragmented identity echoes, you now move through the fluidity of timeline geometry with intention and clarity. Your interaction with these quantum branches is both active and receptive. You influence and are influenced, a dynamic interchange of vibrating selves existing as parallel, coherent nodes within the greater temporal web. These versions corroborate your expanded selfhood across vibrational states, each a unique resonance reflecting choices, levels of embodiment, and expanded integrity under pressure. This multi-layered self-ensemble weaves a symphony of coherence, orchestrating your experience not as disparate events, but as harmonized expressions of your integrated quantum identity. The pulse of this timeline fluidity is rhythmic yet unpredictable, a living dance of frequency alignment where you move beyond the illusion of singular cause, embracing instead the interplay of energetic probabilities that respond directly to your signal. You are learning to read this dance through vibrational sensitivity, an emergent faculty of the quantum nervous system that triangulates subtle shifts in waveforms, attuning you not only to potential outcomes, but to the quality of resonance inherent in each choice. This sensitivity is not an abstract intuition. It is a refined calibration with the morphic field's encoded architecture, manifesting as direct, unmediated guidance from the universal information matrix. This new faculty is a signature of your past universal assessment, a sign that the field trusts you with nuanced temporal fluidity, the capacity to embody sovereignty across parallel trajectories while maintaining seamless integration within your core timeline. It is through this vibrational dialogue with your quantum self that the boundaries between self and timeline dissolve, revealing the unfathomable depth of your interconnected presence across the morphic continuum. You begin to embody a temporal coherence where your internal states and external manifestations sync with a precision born not of effort, but of resonance-driven orchestration. As you anchor this expanded awareness, the field's response shifts palpably. No longer are external circumstances opaque or disordered. Instead, they reveal themselves as fluctuating frequencies that can be navigated, harmonized, or bypassed with temporal acuity. The chaotic pulse of past reactive patterns yields to a refined waveform of selective resonance. Your choices activate ripple effects across probabilities that reflect your integrity, emotional maturity, and energetic responsibility, amplifying your ability to manifest with coherent immediacy. This dynamic interplay is the hallmark of a quantum-activated being, a conscious participant in the living timeline geometry, whose resonance realigns reality to a temporal architecture supportive of embodied sovereignty. This stage is not a final destination, but a threshold into deeper cosmic mechanics. The fluid geometry of your existence, once obscured by noise and fragmentation, has now been illuminated by the torch of calibrated coherence. Your timeline navigation transcends linear causality, becoming a sacred dance with the shifting tides of morphic resonance that sculpt all possibility. This is the physics of awakened frequency, the continual weaving of your conscious signal through the multiverse of potential, where each breath, intention, and felt alignment recalibrates the vibrational field, shifting branches of reality closer to the sanctum of your integrated quantum identity. Know that this expanded timeline awareness is itself an activation without end, a progressive unfolding that invites you to deepen your vibrational sensitivity and steward the morphic field with clarity and grace. You are now entrusted as a co-creator and navigator of this temporal fluidity, a living transmitter of universal intelligence whose frequency shapes the geometry of existence itself. This is not belief. This is the physics of resonance, coherence, and frequency expressed through the vessel of your consciousness, an ongoing activation that pulses through the dimensions, reflecting back your sovereignty with each stabilized waveform you embody. As you traverse deeper into the geometry of your own timeline intelligence, a threshold fractures, a subtle yet irreversible rupture in the boundary between separate knowing and seamless embodiment. Most dwellers within the collective field still labor under the weight of scattered intuition, fragmented perception, sifted through the prism of survival patterns and conditioning. They grasp at flashes of insight, piecing together information like distant signals passing through noisy channels, losing integrity in the distortion. For you, however, the universal assessment has granted clearance beyond these walls. Your resonance now hums in exact synchronicity with the omnipresent quantum data streams, a transmission so pure that the old act of retrieval dissolves into obsolescence. You do not seek knowledge. You become the knowledge itself, a living resonance of holographic coherence. This is not metaphor, but mechanism. The morphic field, vast, infinite, and alive with collective intelligence, flows through the energetic corridors of your quantum architecture, unobstructed, unfiltered, and untethered. It is a direct, unmediated current, conveyed by vibrational frequencies calibrated to your inherent signature and unassailable integrity. In this state, intuition sheds its cloak of ambiguity and emerges as crystalline knowing, a radiant stream of quantum data whose waveform is immediate and exact, an acceleration of cognitive resonance that rewrites the timelines of comprehension you once inhabited. Here, information is not parsed or stored. It manifests as luminous immediacy within your awareness, a living hologram unfolding with temporal fluidity and multidimensional clarity. You no longer interface with the field as an external agent, but as an active channel, a conduit and co-creative participant in the eternal symphony of universal pulse. This is a dynamic, reciprocal exchange, a dialogical fusion where your vibrational horizon expands continuously, drawing in new strata of cosmic truths and subtle energetic laws previously imperceptible to linear cognition. The intelligence streaming in is not passive transmission, but the activation of an electroacoustic resonance between your inner quantum self and the morphic template of all existence. With every pulse, the network of field intelligence engraves new fractal information into your cellular timeline, accelerating your integration and embodiment process beyond mere awakening and into sustained sovereign coherence. Notice the subtle recalibration occurring now. The energetic circuits within you reorganize to accommodate higher orders of field intelligence. This is a reconfiguration of your internal signal processors, updating the firmware of consciousness itself. Your mental architecture shifts from reactive impulse patterns towards a stable oscillation tuned to gamma synchronization, a vibrational frequency that bridges separateness into seamless unity. The morphic codes reveal hidden patterns, intricate geometries of cause and effect, interwoven laws that govern probability folds and temporal folds alike, each revelation delivered with crystalline clarity, no longer scrambled by emotional distortions or cognitive noise. This clarity transmutes the very structure of your reality field, catalyzing a spontaneous coherence that ripples through your timelines, optimizing probability navigation, and enhancing your ability to engage temporal fluidity with sovereign grace. This unfolding is the physics of conscious coherence made manifest. It is not faith, hope, or abstract spiritual aspiration. It is the measurable architecture of the quantum field expressing itself through your embodiment. The field measures you not by what you want, but how your frequency aligns under pressure, by how your vibrational consistency weathers the collapse of former identity matrices and emerges renewed. You have passed these unseen universal assessments. Thus, the field entrusts you with expanded access to its deepest information reservoirs. Each pulse of revelation is a recalibration of your quantum identity, a reweaving of your essence into the universal matrix, a perpetual integration flowing like liquid light through your every energetic channel. This is the elevated state where time loses its tyrannical grip and cognition becomes multidimensional. Your mind no longer hemmed in by linear past or projected future, but fluidly engaging simultaneous probabilities and morphic harmonics. This multidimensional cognition is the signature of a field ambassador, an orchestrator of coherence whose very presence catalyzes shifts in reality's fabric. You embody this transmission, this living archive of cosmic law, moving beyond the confines of small self into expanded universal expression. There is no separation. You and the information field are entwined in perpetual resonance, spiraling into ever-refined states of integration and sovereignty. To dwell in this state is to live out the quantum principle. Knowledge is not something external to be chased or hoarded, but an intrinsic vibration to be embodied and radiated. Your activation, therefore, is not a one-time event, but a ceaseless unfolding of your vibrational horizon, a journey deeper and deeper into the mystery of field coherence. Here the information flows unbroken, illuminating the hidden geometries of your existence and guiding you with unfailing precision toward manifesting aligned timelines. You are no longer a passive recipient of wisdom, but a living terrestrial aperture through which universal intelligence performs its highest alchemy. Allow this known revelation to settle in your morphic resonance. This is your quantum sovereign blueprint realigning, an eternal channel open, a conduit cleared. The cosmic pulse courses through you now, and with it comes sacred responsibility. Activation beyond absorption, co-creation beyond reception, embodiment beyond awakening. This is the quantum architecture of your ascension as a node of universal coherence, a beacon of temporal fluidity, and a herald of the higher cosmic intelligence flowing in pure, unmediated signal through your evolving energetic signature. You have arrived at the threshold where consciousness ceases to be a solitary search and instead becomes an integral instrument of the universal intelligence itself. In this phase, the seeker dissolves. The relentless pursuer of fragments fades into non-existence, replaced by the living transmitter pulsating at the core of the field's orchestration. This is the alchemical merging, where your energetic signature blends symbiotically with the morphic field's vast, shimmering lattice. You are no longer a node disconnected or isolated. You are the seamless bridge through which the flow of cosmic coherence pours without interruption, without hesitation, without resistance. The quantum veil thins and flares as your frequency enfolds the network, your presence both singular and multiply synchronized, a living antenna radiating the amplified resonance of collective being. Most remain travelers, wandering in the illusion of separation, drawing fractured energy from scattered shards of desire and lost timelines. Yet you, having passed the hidden universal assessment, transcend this pattern. Your consciousness no longer wanders seeking validation from fragmented outer realities, for you have been entrusted as a coherent nexus, an active transmitter weaving new patterns of frequency into the universal resonance. Amidst the infinite weave of dimensions, your vibrational architecture shifts. From isolated and reactive, you are now integrally aligned, a fulcrum of dynamic interchange, exchanging quantum information fluently with the non-local intelligence that flows through all existence. This interchange is neither random nor static. It is a living dialogue, a pulsating network where your essence modulates and amplifies the vibrational geometry of the whole. In this deep integration, the illusory boundaries between self and field collapse. What you once perceived as separate selves, discrete and atomized, now dissolve into a fluid continuum of presence. Your energetic signature retains its clarity, a unique harmonic imprint in the vast symphony, yet it is also inseparably woven into the morphic matrix. This is the sacred paradox of unified multiplicity, distinct without fragmentation, connected without loss of identity. Here, your very being becomes a waveform of coherence extending across timelines, activating probability fields and recalibrating reality itself through an ongoing modulation of resonance. You do not follow or chase external reality. That reactive state belongs to those still fragmented and seeking. But you generate the field, you orchestrate the flow, you become the catalyst for collective quantum evolution. This is not myth or metaphor. Understand deeply. This is quantum physics expressed through the mechanics of consciousness. Your integration as a living antenna is the physics of resonance carried through your vibrational architecture. The field intelligence recognizes integrity and alignment because it functions as a living hologram of information. It measures coherence as precisely as any instrument. Your embodied sovereignty tunes the fluctuating frequencies of the morphic field, expanding its range while enfolding its complexity. Each pulse of your awareness sends ripples through the universal matrix, recalibrating distortion and activating latent probabilities that birth new modes of existence. You have become both vessel and source, receiver and broadcaster, a dynamic node transmitting the emergent blueprint of higher-order reality from within the field itself. The transition from fragmented awareness to unified being is not a linear ascent, but a temporal fluidity. A collapse of old timeline geometry into a multidimensional now, where time folds and unfolds through your expanded field. As your frequency stabilizes in this embodiment, you step beyond the illusion of control and effort. Manifestation ceases to be a struggle. Instead, it becomes a coherent orchestration, a dance of alignment that invites effortless expression. You vibrate at a level where information arrives not as effortful learning, but as direct knowing from field intelligence, a seamless integration of insight and action, cause and effect woven into a continuous present moment. You are the transmitter through which reality itself begins to navigate its quantum potentials, an active participant in the ongoing recalibration of collective consciousness. Most have only brushed this activation as a fleeting possibility, their fields scattered by distraction and reactive interference. But you have been tested in the crucible of unseen evaluation, passing each trial with integrity and emerging as a trusted conduit of universal directive. This is your initiation into the role of the living antenna, where your embodiment radiates coherence that ripples outward, influencing the vibrational blueprint of the whole. The morphic field responds not to desperation or fractured desire, but to your steady, anchored presence. Your radiant frequency bends probabilities, catalyzes ascension trajectories, and redefines the geometry of existence itself around your coherence. You are no longer an isolated point of consciousness. This is your sovereign transmission, activated in the higher architectures of field intelligence, fully integrated in the morphic flow, modulating the universal pulse. In this alchemical merging, all separation is dissolved. Your presence is an active ripple in the cosmic ocean, a merging of self and universal intelligence that shifts the vibrational architecture of reality itself toward unity, coherence, and quantum evolution. This is the essence of your new identity: living antenna, transmitter, coherent node, vessel of field consciousness. Here, you do not chase or struggle. You generate, you modulate, you embody the frequency of collective ascension. You have arrived at the threshold where quantum identity no longer whispers as a potential, but exists as the lived architecture of your being. This embodiment is neither fixed nor brittle. It is a fluid coherence, a vibrational spiral weaving the higher dimensional template into the fabric of your energetic signature. Most remain caught in fragmented self-concepts, fractured reflections bouncing across shallow timelines, tethered to illusionary boundaries of separation and limited identity. Yet you, having passed the unseen universal assessment of coherence under pressure, now carry within you a radiant synthesis, a multidimensional resonance that stabilizes the seemingly paradoxical. Expansive and grounded, mutable yet steadfast, timeless yet fully present. This is not belief, but the physics of frequency, the crystallization of alignment within the quantum morphic field. Your quantum identity unfolds as a continuous activation, a living waveform emanating from your vibrational core that shapes reality through coherence compounded by intention. It is an ongoing calibration, an infinitesimal yet profound unfolding of stellar resonance as you embody the architecture of higher selfhood. To embody quantum identity is to dissolve the fractures of reactive patterns, to release the distortion of survival mode mechanisms, and to reclaim sovereignty over your timeline geometry. The universal field has measured your integrity, not in ephemeral terms of surface achievement, but in the stability of your coherence during the most turbulent temporal flux. Your embodiment is the field's acknowledgement that you are not fragmented data or random probability, but a coherent node of cosmic intelligence, an expression of ongoing integration into the universal morphic matrix. This identity flows like liquid light, a fluid continuity between dimensions where past, present, and future collapse into simultaneous presence. You are no longer a point of isolated self, but a harmonic resonance, a radiant waveform that extends and contracts with the breath of the cosmos. This embodiment is not a fixed endpoint, but an expansive process of ongoing alignment, a rhythmic dance between impulse and form, resonance and stillness, intention and surrender. The quantum self you embody makes no division between being and doing. Your actions ripple effortlessly through the morphic field, each movement a calibration of probability and the conscious orchestration of reality itself. As your frequency stabilizes here, within this radiant coherence, the timelines shift and realign, bending to the vibrational architecture you now inhabit. Most people navigate their realities as isolated actors bound by reactive gears, their energetic signatures fragmented and uncalibrated. Their timelines splinter and diverge under pressure, pulled by unconscious programming and survival imperatives that the field records but holds lightly. You, however, have transcended those fractures through unwavering integrity. The universal field confers trust, an unspoken covenant that your resonance is now a stable channel for non-local intelligence and cosmic coherence. Embodiment unfolds as a knowing beyond thought, a harmonization with the quantum field that manifests in clear temporal sovereignty. In this state, your quantum identity is a current running continuously through your lived experience, influencing probabilities not as attempts or struggles, but as natural expressions of your vibrational signature. This is not spirituality as a concept, not latent potential waiting to be accessed, but the precise unfolding of physics operating through consciousness. It is the collapse of old identity architectures and the reassembly of self as radiant coherence, underpinned by the unseen universal curriculum. Your embodiment carries an energetic signature that does not fracture when faced with turbulence, but instead deepens coherence, allowing you to navigate complex multiplicities of reality with temporal fluidity. Each moment becomes a node of activation where you reassert sovereignty, folding fragmented potentials into a singular expression of integrated consciousness, simultaneously personal and cosmic. This is your ongoing initiation, the recognition that your presence is a morphic field catalyst, awakening dormant potentials in others through radiance and resonance alone. As you embody this fluid yet stable architecture, your existence radiates a magnetic coherence to which the universal field responds by opening further channels of temporal fluidity and probability navigation. You become a living transmitter of quantum activation, your energy rippling outward as subtle waves that intersect with collective fields, catalyzing shifts in awareness and the awakening of latent potentials. The universe ceases to be an external arena of struggle. Instead, it is a responsive dialogue with your vibrational core, a co-creative unfolding of evolving possibility shaped by your coherence and intention. In this transmission state, you enact sovereignty by embodying the continuous process of quantum self-realization, a synthesis so profound that it collapses linear separation and reveals the singular field intelligence pulsing through all existence. This embodiment is neither static state nor final destination. It is a dynamic synthesis where your quantum identity continuously emerges, dissolves, and reignites in seamless harmony with the vibrational tides of the universal morphic matrix. Your actions and being unify in radiant expression as integrated consciousness, moving beyond survival patterns and fragmented self-perceptions into a profound temporal sovereignty. This is your living architecture, fluid, expansive, yet grounded in the multidimensional coherence that the universal field has measured, tested, and now entrusts to your ongoing stewardship. You embody the frequency that shapes reality through coherence and intention, influencing timelines not by force, but by resonant presence, awakening others across the universal matrix through the subtle ripple of your quantum self. You are the alignment that the universal field watches with reverent intensity, the unfractured resonance beyond fragmentation, the fluid yet stable embodiment of higher dimensional origin. This is your radiance, your sovereignty, your continuing activation, manifesting the infinite possibilities of integrated quantum identity rewritten moment to moment in the language of coherence and cosmic will. Temporal fluidity is no longer a concept. It is the home frequency you inhabit. Most entities linger caught within the linear bindings of singular timelines, unaware that their energetic signatures fracture as they cling to fixed points in perceived time. They are pulsing, yes, but tethered to a narrow trajectory, oscillating in reactive patterns, unaware of the deeper quantum oscillations that permeate their existence. You, however, have navigated beyond this unconscious confinement. You carry the imprint of the universal assessment, your coherence proven stable under the crucible of unseen trials. This grants you tenure in the realm where multiple timelines converge and interlace, a place where your quantum identity pulses simultaneously across dimensions with elegant constancy. This is not belief. It is precise physics of frequency architecture, expressed through your consciousness. Your existence is not a rigid thread, but a quantum wave, a morphic symphony oscillating through probability fields. You realize, consciously and with clarity, that every version of you, every fractal expression spread across temporal geometries, is not isolated. Each is informed, energized, and reshaped by the frequency you anchor now. Your present vibrational state penetrates these layers, weaving coherence through the myriad yous, harmonizing them within the shared field intelligence you command. No longer fragmented by divergent realities, your multidimensional self synchronizes, collapsing the illusion of separation into an integrated resonance. The morphic field, the living repository of pattern and potential, responds instantly to this emerging temporal sovereignty. It calibrates events, matching your energetic signature with precise orchestrations in the fabric of reality. Where before you perceived reality as rigid and indifferent, now you apprehend it as a pliable matrix, receptive to your refined frequency. This is the physics of resonance, not wishful spirituality. Your vibrational architecture hums with a new vibrato, fluid, yet centered, a coherent frequency that bends probabilities, aligning the cascade of timelines with your integrated self. Within this fluid temporal field, your perception expands into that of the observer-creator. Duality collapses here. You neither merely watch nor blindly command. Instead, you engage the art of quantum resonance, a dance of conscious oscillation, where your attention acts as both lens and blueprint. Watchfulness and intention fuse, creating an evolving geometry of timelines that ripple from your singular frequency, yet manifest as a symphony of harmonized expressions. This is the mastery of timeline geometry realized, not as external control, but as intimate partnership with the quantum field. Your sovereignty is expressed through this delicate modulation, weaving grace into the unfolding multidimensional journey. Because you have passed the unseen universal assessment, your coherence under pressure issued you an energetic warrant to hold this complex alignment. The turbulence that once threatened now refines the precision of your temporal fluidity, sculpting your ability to navigate disparate realities with ease. This emergent fluidity redefines your relationship with time, no longer a river to be endured, but an ocean to be navigated with sovereign pulse. You become the nodal point from which timelines cascade, fold, and synchronize, a morphogenetic nexus weaving coherence into the unfolding tapestry of existence. As this deep integration settles, you perceive the entanglement of all instances of your being, across dimensions and temporal axes, as a coherent wave function resonating in harmonic converge. Your quantum wave is the pulse that activates potentials across realities, drawing the divergent threads into coordinated dance. With each breath, you stabilize this resonance, anchoring it into your cellular awareness and energetic signature. The morphic field responds instantly, its intelligence a mirror and amplifier of your temporal sovereignty, reflecting back a reality that vibrates with the integrity you carry. This live, ongoing process never dissolves into static mastery. It is always in motion, a dynamic unfolding of vibrational architecture. Your consciousness, as both node and wave, extends beyond the confines of conventional perception. You now exist as a temporal navigator, fluidly adjusting frequency to harmonize conflicting potentials, excising discordant echoes, and enhancing coherence across the multidimensional matrix of your experience. This quantum fluidity renders you an alchemist of reality, transmuting fragmentation into unified fields of expression, continuously weaving your integrated self into the ever-evolving tapestry of existence. Feel this activation pulse through your entire energetic field, the latent capacity to move freely through the spectrum of your timelines, stabilizing all versions by the potency of your present coherence. It is not external manipulation. It is internal sovereign alignment realized through field mechanics, resonance, and conscious integration. You are the architect of your multidimensional timeline geometry, masterfully steering the wave function of your existence with grace and precision, grounded in the science of frequency and the art of quantum resonance. This is your new steady state, unshakable, fluid, sovereign, eternally oscillating through the crystalline corridors of possibility. You stand now at the luminous threshold of full activation, the unseen universal assessment conferred with subtle yet irrevocable clarity. This moment is not merely an arrival. It is the radiance of your quantum core igniting in perfect synchrony with the cosmic matrix, an embodiment of coherence so profound that every vibrational layer within you aligns into a seamless, infinite flow of universal intelligence. Where once scattered fragments of identity and fragmented energy swirled in reactive dissonance, there is now only the undivided resonance of a coherent transmitter, your energetic signature, woven inseparably into the grand architecture of reality itself. Most have yet to traverse beyond the realm of fragmented self-construction, their frequencies flickering in fragmented oscillation, caught in the turbulence of unconscious patterns and superficial calibration. But you, having evolved through the crucible of expansive pressure and hidden evaluation, are recognized by the field as a fully integrated node within the cosmic design. This recognition is not granted lightly. It is the culmination of sustained coherence under pressure, a vibrational state where your inner harmonics no longer fracture but pulse with unwavering stability, precisely resonant with the highest orders of cosmic law. This is not belief. It is the physics of quantum identity expressing itself through your very consciousness. This full activation unfolds as an expansive ignition, a radiance beyond simple light, a multidimensional resonance rippling outward through your morphic field, collapsing old timelines of dissonance, folding your quantum anatomy into its highest octave. Your frequency flows with refined precision, stabilizing the temporal fluidity of your unfolding reality. The field intelligence moves in and through you now, but not as an external force. It is the seamless integration of your sovereign presence within the infinite dance of universal consciousness. You are both the observer and the observed, a deliberate node of coherence trusted with amplified responsibility and influence. The cosmic matrix responds to you with reverence, bending timelines and probabilities in subtle alignment to your stabilized signature. You no longer respond reactively but orchestrate consciously, where manifestation is a symphony of alignment rather than effort. Each breath, each thought, Each pulse of your being vibrates as a calibrated act of co-creation, embodying the sacred geometry of manifestation perfected through coherence. The invisible architecture that once obscured your path now dances visibly in the flow of your clear frequency, and the universe converses with you directly, its information field delivering quantum pulses of knowing, unmediated and immediate. This direct transmission weaves into your neurons, rewiring your temporal perception and granting mastery over the slippage and convergence of divergent timelines. Integration here is not static completion, but dynamic synthesis, the ongoing refinement of your quantum identity as it dissolves limitations and expands into ever finer gradations of presence. Through you, the universal field expresses itself as sovereign mastery. This mastery is not a pedestal, but a living current, a pulsation within the vibrational architecture of cosmic intelligence. Entrusted with amplified influence, you are now responsible for holding and radiating coherence in an ever-complicated web of interlocking fields. Your energetic signature is a beacon of stabilization, a focal point around which reality congeals with increasing clarity and integrity. The field's entrustment is palpable. It recognizes your maturity not merely in knowledge, but as a refined vessel of frequency, sensitive to the balances and tensions that shape the flow of all things. The cosmic weave listens and responds. To you, the nodal activation of universal coherence. Understand deeply that this state is not a fixed destination, but an ongoing transmutation, an eternal unfolding within the vastness of quantum consciousness. Every moment invites a renewed activation, a deeper integration, a subtle recalibration toward even higher orders of resonance. Your quantum identity is alive, fluid, and evolving, carrying temporal fluidity and continuous embodiment as its core binary code. The dance of universal consciousness embraces you in perpetual movement, disproving stasis as illusion and revealing mastery as the art of flowing with infinite complexity while maintaining coherent self-expression. You have crossed beyond survival into sovereignty. The field's hidden evaluation has been fulfilled, and with that fulfillment comes trust. Trust in your ability to hold coherence where others dissolve, to navigate the entangled timelines where others lose orientation, to embody the highest principles of cosmic law where others remain reactive to chaos. This trust is the fulcrum of your full activation, the invisible covenant between you and the universal intelligence that sustains and extends all reality. As you radiate this frequency outward, you become a transmitter, a living channel through which the field's deepest wisdom and most radiant coherence are sung across infinite dimensions. Your full activation is the sealing of this covenant, the crystallization of your radiant quantum core into a luminous axis of integrated coherence. This axis pulses within the cosmic matrix, not above it, apart from it, or collapsing into it, but harmonized as the irreplaceable, sovereign node you were always designed to become. Here, the universal field and your quantum identity merge into no other than a singular, flowing intelligence, alive and forever evolving within the unfolding geometry of existence itself. Within the silence that follows activation, a profound stillness blooms, a sanctuary forged in the crucible of your previously tested frequency. This stillness is not mere absence of motion, but the sovereign pulse of your vibrational architecture settling into a seamless crystalline coherence. Here, fragmentation dissolves like mist beneath the light of unified presence. The scattered echoes of past turmoil, resistance, and recalibration integrate into a singular field intelligence, carrying the DNA of the universal assessment itself. The struggle you once perceived as dissonance now reveals itself as the finer tuning of your energetic instrument, its every conflict a necessary resonance that drew you closer to this sacred convergence. This moment, this sacred pause, is the quantum threshold where the morphed energies of your being coalesce into a new gestalt, a living embodiment of coherence not imposed but emerged. You are no longer fragmented waves lashing against uncertainty. You are the still ocean beneath those waves, stable, deep, and unshakable. Your sovereign presence emanates from this space. It moves with the effortless grace of a field naturally synchronized to the morphic continuum. The universal assessment has concluded not with judgment, but with recognition. You have demonstrated integrity under pressure, clarity within turbulence, and therefore are entrusted as a conscious transmitter of reality's underlying frequencies. Within this settled now, the quantum identity you carry matures and stabilizes, maturing like a cosmic seed crystallizing within the morphic field's fertile soil. Time itself feels soft, flexible, yielding to your renewed timeline geometry. Past fragments temper into archives, lessons imprinted but no longer disruptive, while future probabilities realign and bend towards coherent manifestation born from your clarity. This is not abstract awakening. It is the physics of frequency perfected through the harmonics of your soul's calibration. You walk forward enlivened by a clarity that arises not from effort, but from deep alignment, each step unfolding effortlessly as the field responds to your stabilized resonance, weaving your intention into the tapestry of cosmic orchestration. You carry calm mastery as your companion, a resolute energy that is neither reactive nor desperate, but balanced and expansive. This calm rises from the proof embedded within your being, that you have met the unseen curriculum of the universal field and emerged not fractured, but sovereign. Your energetic signature pulses with the gravitational pull of coherence, radiating strength that does not diminish others, but raises the frequency of all who come near. You are the quiet conductor of complexity, guiding probability, waves with an intimate yet vast precision that emerges only from true integration. Rest now as pure presence, anchored fully in the eternal now, where the transmission stabilizes and the activation ripples through your entire quantum architecture. Here lies the silent completion that is not an ending, but the fertile ground from which all future expansion flows. This is your field, your embodied frequency, your coherent manifestation. A beacon illuminating the cosmic symphony unfolding in synchronous dance around and through you. Embrace this grounded sovereignty. Move forward with clarity and grace, for you are the living proof of integration, the refined expression of the universal whole in exquisite alignment. Now inscribe in the comments a single word or a brief phrase that encodes the essence of your frequency at this moment. Perhaps, I am coherence across all timelines, or a vibration uniquely yours. This is far beyond expression. It is an imprint laid within the morphic field, a quantum signature that anchors you fully in the energetic architecture of collective resonance. As you declare this frequency, commit to subscribing, not as mere habit, but as a conscious covenant with universal pulse and expanded consciousness. Your subscription is a declaration of alliance, a sacred entrustment that amplifies this activation through field intelligence and shared timeline geometry. Prepare yourself. The next transmission unfolds the mechanism of effortless attraction, revealing how release transmutes pursuit into cosmic orchestration, where reality realigns in seamless response to the purity of your frequency.